Hello everyone and welcome to JMH Top 10. I'm Mason and today I am bringing you the top 10 NHL players / goalies of all time. Number 10. So for number 10 we have Evgeny Malkin. Now Malkin plays for the Pittsburgh Penguins and I don't know, I think he's had like somewhere around like 10, maybe 11 seasons, say. I'm not quite sure, but I do know he's a great player. He always gets in where he needs to be. He's got some moves. He can always get around and score a goal. I wouldn't say he's like performed the greatest in the 2015 to 16 season, but he's certainly been doing all right. Not as great as he has ever done, but not record breaking or anything, but fairly decent player, and he's great. And I think Pittsburgh should be lucky that they have him. He's a great player. So, like I said before, Pittsburgh Penguins, they got a good lineup this year and last year recently. They really got a good lines, and I think that's one reason why they won the Stanley Cup, is because they got really a lot of the good guys. So, anyways, moving on. Number 9. Coming in at number 9, we have Patrice Bergeron. So Patrice Bergeron plays for Boston Bruins. So, sorry about that. I just had to go do something. But anyways, Patrice Bergeron plays for the Boston Bruins, and he is a great player. He was on Team Canada too, and he's another great player that Boston, I think should be really lucky to have, because he's been everywhere. He's had quite a few seasons too. He's certainly not a rookie, and most of the people on this list aren't rookies. Or none of them are, none of them are rookies. So they've all been around for a while. I think a few of them are on the Hockey Hall of Fame. I'm not sure. I'll have to check again. I'm sure quite a few of them are. But remember, like I said before on all my videos, just quick disclaimer: these are my preference, or just like it's not proven that these are the best, but it's just players and goalies that I like and that I watch a lot and that I think are good. So, you could have your totally different opinion, totally different list. It could go from 1 to 10 rather than when I'm doing it 10 to 1. So, whatever your preference is, don't freak out, because this is just what I think. So, moving on. Number 8 is Roberto Luongo. Now, I really, really love Roberto Luongo. I've always had a soft spot for him because I just think he has quite the attitude. He's a really funny guy. If you really get to see him, off the ice, he's a really cool guy. So also great performer. He's been on Team Canada quite a bit. He started off on the Florida Panthers, and he is now on. He started off at Florida Panthers, then he went to the Vancouver Canucks for quite some time, and now he's back on the Florida Panthers. So I honestly liked him more when he was on the Canucks. So because you guys probably aren't gonna like me for this, but I'm a Canucks fan. So whatever, doesn't really matter anyways. But yeah. So my list for number 8 is Luongo. So moving on. So for number 7 we have Shea Weber. Now Weber he's pretty big. I think he's like 6'4" or something. So he's tall, he's a defenseman, and I don't know, I did say this, I think Luongo's a goalie, and Bergeron and Malkin are forwards, but Weber is just a huge defenseman. He's always where he needs to be. He's getting like those big hits in, He's very physical, and that's good. You got to play a physical game if you want to win, and I just think he has been doing great, and he recently got traded to Montreal, and then PK Subban, which is a little later in the list, got traded to Nashville. So that's a little weird. That's very weird, actually, seeing Subban in a Nashville jersey and Weber in a Montreal jersey. It's definitely going to be a change, and we'll see how that turns out. But I think it's for the best, because both of them need a little taste of something different for a change. You know what I mean? And get on a different team and meet the other people, get to know their teammates again, and then, hopefully it was the right decision to make. Number 6. So number 6, we have PK Subban. So Subban is great. Like I was talking about him before, he just got traded to Nashville for Weber. So Subban is another defenseman. He's a little smaller than Weber, but he is fast. He's very fast, and he's one of those Ds who likes to get up and take a shot from the point, and he often does that and scores. So he's quite the playmaker. He's really showy, and that's awesome because he's got some moves, and I think that's really cool. So he's fun to watch. He's also got quite the personality too. He's also very funny. So moving on. Up next is Jaromir Jagr. Now this is insane because I really like Jaromir Jagr. It's kind of hard to pronounce his name, but he's a Czech guy. He's a right winger. He's on the Florida Panthers, and this is what will probably freak you out. 44 years old. 44 years old. That's old for the NHL. That's really old. That's insane, and he'll be turning 45 this year, I think, because he was born in 1972. I don't know, but that's insane. I'm not saying he's old or anything, but that sure is old for NHL. That's insane. He's a trooper. He's been, holding on for a while there. I think that's great. So, props to Jagr for, being in there so long. All-star, he's been around a long time, and I, appreciate the fact that he's still playing and everything, and he's still good too. He's really good, and you don't see that a lot. You don't see a lot older people because the young guns are kind of taking over, you know what I mean? Like McDavid and all that stuff, and all those guys, the younger guys, they're taking over, and some of these guys got some skills, Austin Matthews and all those guys. But I think we're sticking to kind of the older guys on this list mostly, who've been around for a little bit longer. So, but anyways, yeah, that was number 5, Jaromir Jagr. It's so hard to pronounce with the Czech name, but moving on. Number 4. Number 4 is Jonathan Quick. Now, I think Jonathan Quick is an awesome goalie. He plays for the LA Kings. He's more of a butterfly goalie, but he is great in butterfly. Like he's always covering that. I feel like his last name kind of describes him. Quick. He's very quick, like getting from one side of the post to the other. And I'm a goalie, by the way. I play competitive MD. I'm a goalie, so I kind of know how it is to be in net, and he's really good. He seems to be fast, getting around. And I'm not that great or anything, so I can't really have an opinion that much, but that's what I think. And Quick's a great goalie. So moving on. Number 3. So for number 3, we have Carey Price. Now, Carey Price is on the Montreal Canadiens. He is great. He is in my view, one of the greatest goalies ever to be on the NHL. So, some stuff has been going on with him lately, though. He got injured, and he's spent more than half of last season not playing, I think, because he was injured, something. They didn't really release any of the information, because what they'll do is if they release information, they're afraid that other teams will come in and target them for that certain place. Let's say he released information saying it's my leg that's injured, right? Then when he goes back on to play, all the all the other guys will aim for his legs or try and hit his legs or something like that. I think that's what they're worried about, and I appreciate them not releasing that information because it's for the best. But he was playing on Team Canada, and he kind of started with Montreal back kind of this year, but I guess he's injured again, so he's off again. And he was supposed to start playing, but it happened again. And I get it, being injured. I just got hit in the neck a couple games ago, and it was quite painful. I had to go off for the last 2 minutes, but I just think the Montreal Canadiens kind of need him back. He's the main guy, for the Habs. He's their goalie, and it's not really the same without him. He's quite the character too, and I just hope he returns. Number two. Number two is Jonathan Toews, plays for the Blackhawks, Chicago, obviously. And if you don't know that much about like hockey or these teams or anything, then that's kind of why I'm saying the teams that they're on and everything. And I'm sorry if you're not interested in like hockey. There's a lot of people that I know don't like hockey, and I try to keep these videos entertaining for everyone, like a topic that everyone will like. But every once in a while, I like to do like a personal thing that I like hockey or something. So, anyways, Toews is great. Like I said, Team Canada. He's a little younger. Team Canada and Chicago Blackhawks. So he's a very strong forward, very powerful shot. He's got the dangles and everything down, right? He's always where he needs to be, and he's really good shot accuracy. He's always scoring top shelf or whatever. He's got some great tricks under his sleeve. So anyways, moving on. So I wanted to make sure, before I announce number one, a quick, let's call it honorable mention, is Connor McDavid. Now, I really like him, and I kind of forgot to add him to the list, but he would definitely be up there if I had added him, because I really like Connor McDavid too. Plays for the New York Islanders and, North America, Team North America in the World Cup of Hockey, so all that great stuff. But we are moving on to number one now. So for number one, I think a lot of you guys may have guessed this. It's Crosby. Crosby's just great. I'm pretty sure he's also had 11 seasons. Number 87, that's the year he's born too, I believe. That's why I chose that number. Pittsburgh Penguins, he's just a great centerman. He is very, very great. He seems to be one of the best, NHL players of all time. But, if you look at Gretzky and Gordie Howe and all those guys, it's hard to say, another honorable mention is Ovechkin, by the way. I forgot to say that. But McDavid and Ovechkin, obviously Washington Capitals, are the honorable mentions. But let's get back to Crosby. So Crosby, he's just great. He's had so much, advertising and merchandise and everything. He's really gotten the word out there of him. So, I am 30 seconds over the limit. I have to end this video now. So, that was the list of top 10 NHL players / goalies. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.